Triple H is in the Survivor Series team. The New Day versus The Shield. Braun Strowman killed Kane. Raw invades SmackDown. Oh my god, what a week in WWE Raw and SmackDown programming. So ladies and gentlemen, let's just get right into it and start with Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw had a slow start, a very weird ending, but hot fire in the middle. We've seen this 100 times from Monday Night Raw, but they did well to keep things hot. I am buzzing for Survivor Series. And this Go-Ho show did exactly what it was supposed to do. Kept me on my feet, kept me on my toes, kept my eyes open at 1 in the morning, then 4 in the morning. Jinkies, Batman, jinkies. So, let's talk about the big things. Triple H stepped in. The night's biggest reveal came following a 2-hour build of the storyline regarding whether Angle should put his son from Survivor Series in that match due to an injury that suffered with Bray Wyatt. They had a match, Bray Wyatt and Jason Jordan won the match. Congratulations. But after the match, he got brutalized, victimized by Bray Wyatt. And when they were in the locker room, Angle and Jordan were in the locker room, and Jordan referenced Angle's history of fighting through injuries, and then told his father, this is my big break, the opportunity I've been waiting for my entire life, I deserve this. Angle finally comes down to the ring, about half hour before the end of the show, and makes a decision, saying it was the toughest decision he's ever had to make. Out came a hobbled Jason Jordan on crutches to emotionally speak his case one final time, saying, "Don't do this. Don't take this away from me," he pleaded. Angle warned him not to make this any harder than it needed to be. Jordan, who called his father his idol, entered the ring and said, "I'm just like you. I can do this." When Angle's still waffling, an impatient Commissioner Stephanie McMahon came out to order him to make the announcement. Angle still paused, and Triple H music hit. The game. Oh my god, he's returned to Raw arts. Everything you want. Yeah, I mean, we know where this is going by the looks of it. So the game entered the ring with Angle, grabbed the microphone from Angle and got in his face, saying, "If you won't make the announcement, I will." He said the 5th person in the Raw Survivor Series team is me. He then kicked Jordan off the team, named himself as a replacement, and then pedigreed Jason Jordan before staring at Kurt Angle and walking away. It's wow. Yeah, it's the finishing move was really the exclamation point. I can see where this is going. This is kind of doing a feud with Angle, I think. Where Angle eventually stands up to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, leading to a match at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. I think there might be some dissension even in the Survivor Series Raw camp, because we've already got Samoa Joe and Finn Balor who don't like each other. Now we've got Angle and Triple H who don't like each other. And who's the other person? Probably should think of that. Who is the other person? Braun. Braun doesn't care about anyone. We're fine. So, yeah. That was the big storyline. The second thing was Braun Strowman. They were talking backstage, Braun and the rest of the Survivor Series team, and Kurt was setting up matches for them. Finn and Joe worked together against the club, which made me sad, because the club used to be with Finn. Made me sad. And then he said, Strowman, I think, and Strowman interrupted him saying, "I want Kane. I want Kane." So Kurt Angle put them together in a match. The match actually started just after the 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, it was not really a proper match, but Braun dominated early. The referee never really began a count because they started trading chair shots. Kane set up a table on the floor that was never actually used. The action continued to the top rope and then back to the ring. Strowman picked up Kane, hit a running power slam on him that sent them both through the ring. the credits played, no finish. Really weird, because the crowd didn't know what to do. Yeah, the crowd just didn't, and I didn't know. I was like, hold on, is that the end? I actually fast forwarded through the advert. I was like, is that the end? What? It's a shame because it could have been something spectacular. I know what they were going for. They were going for the whole ring collapsing thing, but just didn't have the storyline. Yeah, not good. Didn't enjoy that, unfortunately. I feel like I should have enjoyed it. And initially I was like, oh, wow, but there's nothing there. Other things that happened on Raw. The Shield challenged the New Day at Survivor Series. Standard. We knew that was coming. Bayley is now the 5th member of Team Raw. Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak defeated Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. There was a Miz TV segment with Sheamus and Cesaro. Jason Jordan defeated Bray Wyatt. We went over that. And Paul Heyman cut a promo with Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles, which was a standard Paul Heyman promo saying AJ Styles is amazing. It's going to be really hard for Brock Lesnar. But halfway through, the crowd started chanting, "She said yes. She said yes." So basically, someone in the crowd had proposed to his girlfriend and she had said yes. And this got the best bit of the promo for Heyman. Heyman ad-libbed it because Heyman is very good on the microphone. The crowd became distracted and started chanting it. Heyman took a long pause. Brock and him are smiling and laughing. He then stops, turns to the person in the crowd and says, "Just so you know, she only said yes because she's never been up close to a beast like Brock Lesnar." The crowd cheers. Heyman then got closer with, "Just so you know, interrupting my promo is like stepping into the ring with Brock Lesnar. You ain't got a chance." I thought that's amazing. Brock is lucky because Paul Heyman's incredible on the microphone. And I love Paul Heyman. He's so good at his job. It's insane. Very quickly, round up. The Shield defeated Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro. This is all good. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe defeated Carl Anderson Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And Alexa Bliss cut a promo calling SmackDown the B show. So, I mean, it was a good Raw. Not as good as, however, this week's SmackDown. SmackDown, the Shield led an invasion of Raw. There's a new champion. Shane McMahon has got beat up a lot. Great SmackDown. WWE needed a strong finish and a good build-up to Survivor Series, and that is what this is. Perfect. It ended on a perfect note for me. So, new champion was crowned. The brand was feuding. There's infighting in the brand, even in the blue brand. I'm very happy. They're really building to this Survivor Series. I'm so happy because I cannot wait for it. They're even building to the War Games, actually. I highly recommend watching that too. Watch that. So, the main thing was the Shield at the end of the night leading an invasion of Raw. Oh, yeah. So, in the middle of a match between the New Day and the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the Shield music hit. You got that Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Dana. Roman Reigns is back. So they come down to the ring. They surround the ring, and the 5 SmackDown superstars are in the ring before Owens and Zayn decide to ditch the New Day. They're heels. They're going to do that. The Shield enter the ring, attack their opponents. The Usos run out from the back and start to defend the SmackDown brand. Excuse me, which I love. I love the fact that brand comes first. And also the Usos seem to be sort of tweening now. They seem to be sort of face. So I'm happy with that. And then Sheamus and Cesaro enter the ring. And then we cut backstage to the Raw women invading the women's locker room. We see Charlotte on the floor getting her ass kicked by Alexa Bliss. That was interesting. The male roster then running from the running from the crowd. Just as SmackDown were getting the upper hand, the Raw general manager Kurt Angle appeared back and brought out Braun Strowman, who cleared a path and cleaned house, which tells me that Braun is going to be a big player in Survivor Series. Either that or they're going to get rid of him early because he's a booking nightmare, dream and nightmare. Because in these matches he can't just destroy the whole SmackDown team; it makes the whole team look really weak. So It's have to be some interesting booking to get around that. They did last year by just like by many people taking him out, like 3 or 4 people I think taking him out. The Shield forced SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon to look around the ring at his fallen superstars before Angle grabbed him by the face and said, "You think this is bad? Wait until Sunday." And then they Angle instructions to do a triple powerbomb. Angle then lifted him up for the Angle Slam, but they didn't time it perfectly because there's 2 minutes left of the show. Everyone was stood around the ring, sort of just waiting. And then eventually they're like, "Oh, no, we'll give Shane McMahon another triple powerbomb." And then the roster celebrated on stage. This has been coming for weeks. It didn't disappoint in my opinion. The go-home segment for the go-home show for Survivor Series did exactly what it was supposed to do, which isn't that common for WWE. Say what you will about how Under Siege... hashtag Under Siege started. It's really come together. It's really gone well. And the last 2 weeks have done so well. There are obvious things that will come through. I think the Owens and Zayn thing will factor into it. Kane will probably come and help Strowman thinking about it. But that 5-on-5 match, holy moly! The next big thing, and I'm so happy I nearly cried. As a wrestling fan, I nearly cried. In front of her hometown crowd, Charlotte Flair challenged Natalya for her SmackDown Women's Championship. Flair took some uncommon risks, setting up for a moonsault off the barricade, and which ended up Natalya actually powerbombing her into the ring post. Natalya locked in the sharpshooter, but could not get the submission. Flair then forced Natalya out of the ring, booted her in the face when she re-entered, and locked in the figure 8 to make a champion. New Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. After the match, the new champion called out the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss and promised to defeat her at Survivor Series, which I actually think she will, because Raw's going to win a lot of this. Raw, I think... You know what? I'll tell you at the end. Why not? I'll tell you at the end. She then thanked her hometown crowd, and with tears in her eyes dedicated the victory to her dad, who said was watching at home. She's then walking up the ramp, and to her surprise, she hears Ric Flair's music. And out comes Ric Flair and gives her a hug, and she's crying, he's crying, I'm crying, everyone's crying. Oh, the crying is everywhere. It's... yeah, no, I mean, I was there, my girlfriend's watching it, and she's like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "No, it's allergies, goddammit, it's allergies." It was a surprise, but I expected Charlotte to win it at some point, because they've got the Starrcade match later on, and I kind of expected her to win it in that house show. But it gives us an amazing match at Survivor Series. I'm so excited for that match. As for Ric Flair, it was a fantastic moment. The hometown crowd loved seeing him. And I just hope that Rick continues to recover well and we see plenty more of him on WWE TV. So they were the big things. Other things that happened, Shane McMahon gave a pep talk at the start of the show, and Daniel Bryan also spoke to him saying, "We need to have words after Survivor Series." So there's a little bit of dissent in the ranks there, I think. That'll be fine. I'm sure they'll work it out. Let's make Daniel Bryan wrestle. Daniel Bryan did a joking thing at the start. AJ Styles come out and Daniel Bryan is there, and Daniel Bryan advocates. They're in ring, and Daniel Bryan says the joke saying, "Do you want an advocate?" And AJ Styles is like, "Yeah." Yeah, Daniel Bryan does, "My name is Daniel Bryan, and I am the advocate," for the whole shtick. At which point, after that, AJ Styles grabs the mic and says, I can talk, I'm not a puppet like Brock Lesnar. And he says, "I will find a way, to the last breath in my body, I will find a way to beat Brock Lesnar and prove that SmackDown Live is the A show." I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he will. Also, Mahal told Styles that he's going to get the title back, but I don't know if he will, actually. I think... excuse me. I think Mahal has a match with Triple H in India, and that's how they're going to sell India, not with the title. I want them to keep the title on AJ till Mania now. Let him have it till Mania, and then, you know, Shinsuke can take it off of him. Or John Cena. Probably John Cena. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think he will, but we'll get back to that at the end. Other things that happened: Baron Corbin defeated Sin Cara to retain his title. Bludgeon Brothers debut next week. Yay. Jimmy Uso defeated Chad Gable. New Day versus Sami Owens. New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn ended in a no contest. So that was SmackDown, and that was Raw. SmackDown, both were great, but I think SmackDown's got to get it with the invasion. I think Raw is a solid 4.5 out of 7, but SmackDown's a 5, maybe a 5.5 out of 7. High ratings because they were good shows, very good shows. I'm very happy with those shows. I think WWE is doing exactly what it should, and I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed for Sunday night, Monday morning. Damn being English. Yeah, I'm very excited for Saturday and Sunday. Sunday nights, big matches. AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, I think, is going to win that. The Raw versus SmackDown Men's Survivor Series match, I think. Hot damn, that's hard to tell. I think Raw's going to win that. Because I don't think SmackDown's got enough superstar power on it. Raw will win that, I think. Because, he will. Because if you don't win, Kurt Angle gets fired, so. Although maybe, you might get fired and then reinstated and fight for his job. You know what, that's hard to tell. I'm going to say Raw, but I could see how they'd work it. Because if SmackDown win, Kurt Angle gets fired, and then he could fight for his job. That could work. Interesting. What else? There's the Raw versus SmackDown women's match. Raw's going to win that because Asuka's in the Raw team and she's undefeated, and they're going to keep her undefeated for a while. Baron Corbin, The Miz. The Miz will win that, I think, because The Miz is better in every way, shape, or form. Was it the Usos versus Sheamus and Cesaro? I think the Usos will win that, and I really want them to because SmackDown needs something. Because so far they're the only SmackDown thing that'll win. Yeah. And then the women's match, which is Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. Charlotte will win that, I think. But I think Raw's going to sweep pretty much Survivor Series. It's not going to be pretty. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm very excited. And I'm very buzzed. Tell me what you guys think about all of this. Because if you're anything like me, you're just excited and wetting your pants right now. Not literally. But anyway, have fun, and I will speak to you guys soon. Enjoy your week. Join me later on in the week for more things, and hopefully you'll be joining me to watch NXT War Games on Saturday night, Sunday morning, and Survivor Series on Sunday night, Monday morning. But for now, thank you for watching WCCW Podcast. Follow me at WCCW Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video, and see you soon. Have fun.